Hello everyone! Today we're drawing a gyroid, specifically Squeakoid. What you want to do for step one is start with your pencil and just draw an almost circle, a little more elongated but with an opening at the bottom. And then you want to make a trapezoid shape with an opening at the top, connecting the circle and the trapezoid. And then you make another trapezoid but more rounded underneath of that one in the opposite direction. And then you make these little, they're very strange shapes, but there's 5 of them at the top of the head, and if you just draw kind of rounded, elongated ovals without an end, you can create the look that you're going for. And then you draw 2 little circles for the eyes and an oval for the mouth. Throughout this process, if you make any mistakes, be sure to erase it and just fix it, because this is the time when we're working on our proportions and trying to get them all to look right. And then you want to add 2 little elongated ovals, and then you want to add these little divots in the arms. And there we have the drawing of Squeakoid. Next, we're painting Squeakoid. So I get my red paint and I start going in to one of the little elongated things on top of his head. And I go in with red, and once the red is there, I take some white and I try to create a highlight. And then I go back and forth between the white and the red to create a gradient of light hitting the Squeakoid. We're painting this as if the light source is coming from the left. This will make your Squeakoid look more 3D. Next, we're taking yellow ochre, and we're doing the same thing that we just did with the red, but on the next little elongated thingy on top of its head. We are painting yellow ochre, and then we're adding little white to the left side of the little hair piece, and then going back and forth until we have a gradient that looks like light has came down from the left side of the Squeakoid. And then we take a light sky blue. We just paint the next elongated hairpiece on top of its head, and then we add white on the left side, and we go back and forth between the white and the blue until the gradient is exactly how we want it, making it look like the light is coming from the left side. Next, we take the green. We have a nice lime green over here, and we're taking it and we're skipping one because I don't have purple. So we're taking the lime green paint that I have, and we are painting the last elongated piece on top of its head, and then we're adding white on the left side. And then we're going back and forth between the lime green and the white until there is an appropriate gradient that makes it look like there is light coming from the left side. Next, we are mixing up a purple color. So this is how to make this is actually more of a blue purple. Like, you know how there's bluer purples or redder purples? Well, this one's like a blue purple. And so it's like 3 parts blue, 1 part red, 1 part white. I know that's 5 parts, but that's essentially the purple that I made. So if you take those colors, you can create the purple. It'll be significantly darker than the blue that you used, and it won't be exactly blue either. And then what you're going to do is on the one that we had previously skipped, we're going to fill in the elongated hairpiece thingy, and then we're going to take the color white and we're going to go back and forth between using the white and using the paint that we just mixed until there's an appropriate gradient, making it look like the left side is lit up. So the last bit of color in our piece here, before we get into the whites and the grays, is pink. So we take a large amount of white and just a little tiny dash of red. And that should get you a pink color. No matter what variation it's in, a lot of white and a little bit of red creates pink. Once you have that pink color, you just paint it onto the ends of the hands where that little crescent moon shape exists at the end of the arms. And next we are making the color gray. So we have the smallest little dash of black, and then we have a ton of white. And then we mix it together and that creates a dark gray. So what we're doing next is applying the dark gray to the right sides of the gyroid and any area where there would be a deep shadow. This is to help create the idea of a 3D gyroid. And then we add some more white to the gray that we already have, and we go in and we create a nice little gradient effect, filling in the middle parts of the gyroid when moving from left to right. And then we take straight white and we paint over everything, just so that there's just a little bit of gray popping through and it still looks more white rather than gray. This will help create the gradient that we need, and just go over it with white until it looks like it's white with a little bit of shadow rather than gray and white. Just paint the entire thing for the whole body piece white until it's perfect. Next up, we're taking a little bit of black and we're painting little circles for the eyes, and then we're creating a little tiny oval for the mouth. And our gyroid is done. But if you notice, the gyroid kind of blends in with the paper a little bit, even though it does look 3D. It'll help with the 3D effect to color the background a completely different color. So I'm just taking yellow paint and painting in the background with yellow. And to make it so I don't mess up my gyroid, I avoid the areas near my gyroid until I have a smaller brush on hand. And then I very carefully go in and don't get inside the lines while I'm painting the yellow background. And once all the background is on there, you're finally done and you have your cute little gyroid painting. Subscribe for more Animal Crossings related content.